right now we have the CEO George Golding from Euphoria Telecom on air with us. Euphoria Telecom is a provider of priority cloud PBX communication services for business in South Africa. The business was formed in 2010 after years of research and development towards a cloud-based PBX system that could effectively reduce overall costs significantly by doing away with expensive installation, training, and support costs. We have the CEO of Euphoria Telecom right now, CEO George Golding. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
I am very well. Sir, before we start, could you just give us a brief of what Euphoria Telecom stands for and how it became to be?
Euphoria Telecom was born out of a need for small businesses to have a cost-effective and easy way to get professional business telephone services. So every business, even if you're as small as 3 or 4 users, it's highly beneficial to have an ability for possibly a digital receptionist to answer a call and say, hi, welcome to my company, 1 for sales, 2 for accounts. And then let's say you answer the phone and then you have the ability to transfer it to somebody else. This is very basic functionality. But traditionally, it comes at a very high cost under a very long-term contract, which a lot of small businesses can't commit to. So they ended up just having two standard lines, and if someone's on the phone, you need to say, okay, I'm putting this one down, and it's all very awkward and unprofessional.
All right.
And we wanted to solve that. That is the first problem we wanted to solve. Make it accessible, make it available on a month-to-month basis, and deliver it with really, really good customer service, so that even though you're a small business, you get looked after. Having that type of reporting, showing you your activity of your workforce, it automatically holds the workforce accountable. So by having that insight, the workforce automatically starts adhering to their job function, because they know that everything that they do is tracked and that they're easily accountable. So you immediately get more productivity out of your workforce. Not excessive, but people can't hide behind little nooks and crannies and not do their job without management knowing. So you see massive improvement in customer service and productivity in businesses when they have insight into what's going on within their telephone system.
Now, I'm actually listening to you right now, and you speak a lot about customer services. Could you actually brief us what type of services do you offer to customers?
You see, we're very focused. We only do one thing. We only do business telephone systems. That's it. But when we say we provide customer service, we're meaning that if you need help, these people often, you need to learn how to use the system, or maybe it's not working properly and you need assistance. We respond very quickly and we aid our customers very quickly. So they're not stuck without a phone system for a few days. Maybe they have a trouble for a minute or two. We ensure that our implementations are done properly. We don't promise one thing and then not deliver. If we say we're going to phone back in half an hour, we phone back in half an hour. Which in this country is actually amazing customer service, because most of the time somebody says, I'll get back to you, and you never hear from them again. So it's really just being transparent, not advertising, letting the market department advertise all sorts of amazing philosophies and promises, and then when it comes to delivery, there's nothing there. So it really is just living up to what we say. And what we see is a massive thankfulness from the market space. People send us random letters of thank you. We constantly get positive reviews, etc. And really, all we're doing is what we say we're going to do and what we can do. So there's no BS involved in our service offering, and people, especially the SME, really appreciate that.
All right. Could you list some of the companies that you've actually worked with, like some of the big companies that you worked with? Because I know that your company has worked with some big companies.
We have just over 1,000 business customers now. We have mostly SMEs, ranging from small businesses of 3 to 5 users to mid-tier businesses like Groupon. We are about 250 users, 200 to 250 users, and then we also have some listed companies using our product as well. There's a company called Net One Applied Technologies. They're listed on the NASDAQ and the JSE, and they are using the Euphoria platform. Right. So it's a wide spectrum. If you're a business, you need a telephone system, and we don't discriminate against who we will service. We do target, I would say our sweet spot is probably around the 50 to 80 user. Okay. But we do have a number of companies with 3 to 500 extensions.
All right.
Or users.
So now, let's say I just started my own business right now, né?
Yes.
And what is the procedure that I need to follow to get your services, and what then after? Yeah.
So let's say you did want to start a business, and you were at that stage and you wanted a professional phone system that was easy to use and cost effective. You could just go to our website, which is www.euphoria.co.za, submit a contact inquiry. One of our salespeople will get hold of you. I'll give you an example. If you were a 3-user business, so you needed 3 phone extensions, your monthly cost would be 195 Rand a month.
Okay.
Which is not a lot for a full-blown enterprise level PBX system, which you can use to help automate your business. So, and it's on a month-to-month basis. So if things don't work out, for your business 6 months later, you can put in a cancellation request, and 1 month later, you're not accountable or held to honor a contract that was for 3 years. And the biggest cost to getting set up is the actual phones. So if you want hard phones, they cost about 850 Rand each, which is a bit of a setup cost.
All right.
And then the other thing is you do require a decent internet connection. You can't run this over an entry-level internet connection. You could use as an ADSL line dedicated. It's about 259 Rand a month, including the line. If you have an ADSL line, you have to have the analog line that's attached to it. So that plus the DSL line, the total cost is 259 Rand a month. And then you've got a full-blown phone system that you can grow into. So if your business grows, you can just add users on a monthly basis as you need them. And you don't need to, what happened traditionally with a PBX, if you had a PBX that could maybe manage 10 users, and then you needed an 11th user, you had to get a new PBX, which is a costly affair. And often you're under contract on that current PBX. You haven't even finished paying it off yet, but now you have to pay for a whole new system at the same time. So this way, all of that inefficiency is lost because you're just paying for what you need when you need it.
All right. In South Africa, we are probably one of the countries that have the highest costs when it comes to making calls or anything like that.
That's right.
Is there any way to sort this out in the near future?
Well, that's part of what we're doing. When we move customers over, we often reduce their total telephony costs. So I'm not saying not calls only. I'm saying calls, the PBX, the infrastructure, the lines. We reduce their costs by 50%, up to 50%. It really happens. That's for businesses of 80 users and businesses of 20 users. That often happens. So this is part of what I was talking about. That customer service. We offer a consistent, transparent set of services where the prices don't fluctuate. It's clear. It's on the website. We don't charge one customer X amount and another customer a different amount. Everybody is treated the same. So that way you know that you're paying a fair price for a good service. And that way prices have been reduced dramatically. So, yeah. So, we really are part of reducing business telephone costs. Not so much on the consumer side. We're not involved in individual calling, etc. We focused on helping SMEs.
All right. Now, years later, after Euphoria Telecom has opened, what would you say your biggest achievement has been?
After the first year?
I mean, like years later, like now, it's 5 years.
Now.
Yes.
Right. Our biggest achievement, that's interesting. I would say, that's a tough one. I would say our biggest achievement is managing to grow. We're growing far rapidly. Well, we go faster every year, every month. And in the last month, we rolled out more than 50 PBXs,
wow,
which is quite a lot in 1 month. There's only 21 working days. And we're maintaining our customer service levels. A lot of the times when business grow to a certain point, they lose their customer service because they get too big and they lose touch with what's going on because of the size. And that's one of the things we've managed to maintain. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest achievements. And then, of course, the level of brand awareness we've achieved. We were, before 5 years ago, the name Euphoria Telecom didn't exist. It wasn't even thin air. So to go from there to going to a brand that is fairly well known, or getting well known in the minds of South Africans, that is a significant achievement as well.
All right. Now we have our listeners here. They probably want to know, where can we get hold of Euphoria Telecom? Are you guys on social media? We have a website.
Yes, we are.
A number they can dial?
Yeah. Sure. The number, it would be 087-231-0500. Our Twitter feed is /Euphoria Telecom. So is our Facebook page, facebook.com/Euphoria Telecom, all one word. And our website is www.euphoria.co.za. And we also come up quite strongly on Google. If you just search Euphoria Telecom, there's a link to a Google Plus page as well. But our website is all there with all the information, and it's quite extensive.
All right. Thank you very much for actually sharing this company to our listeners. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people who actually are informed right now that they can actually cut costs in their businesses as well.
Yes. And improve their operations as well.
All right.
Which is great.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
That was the CEO of Euphoria Telecom, George Golding. As he said, if you want to contact them, you can check them on social media or dial the number. They actually gave the number a bit earlier on, but if you want to find them, search them on Google or go Facebook or go to Twitter.